How to study smart for maximum retention. Welcome back. In this video, we are focusing on one of the most important skills you need for exam success. How to study smart and not just hard. A lot of people want to study hard. But instead of studying hard, start from today to study smart. See, many students spend endless hours with their books, but at the end, they forget almost everything. That's a reality. That's a truth. Today I will show you practical methods that you can use, and they will help you to remember more. They will help you to understand deeper, and then you can walk into the exam hall with confidence. Is that okay? That is what I'm going to be doing in this video. All right. Now, what is the problem with studying hard? What is the problem with studying hard? There is, a problem with studying hard only. There is a problem with studying hard only. When all you do is to study hard, you are going to face a lot of problems. All right? Now, let's face it from your own personal example or life. Reading for 8 hours straight, does it guarantee success? From your own personal experience, has it produced success? Reading for 8 hours stretch, does that guarantee that you are going to succeed? Certainly not. Okay? Why? The reason is because our brain, does not just need input alone. Our brain also needs to process the input. And that's very important for you to remember. When we study for so long and we don't give our brain room to process what we read, there's going to be a problem. All right? So, hard study without smart strategies will lead you to 5 negative results. They will produce 5 negative results in your life. Studying hard without smart strategies. The first one is cramming without understanding. Then second is quick forgetting. The third one is stress and burnout. Then fourth one is tiredness. You become tired. You become tired very easily. And then you begin to avoid, reading altogether because you are overwhelmed. Is that okay? Now, this particular video is about studying smart, right? Okay, so what is the core thing about studying smart? What do we really mean by studying smart? Studying smart is using techniques that help you, to understand more. They help your brain to absorb, store, and recall information efficiently. That's what we mean by studying smart. Using techniques that help your brain to absorb, store, and then recall information efficiently. So it is about quality, not just about quantity. Is that okay? And the good news is you can learn these techniques and you can learn them quickly and you can learn them very easily. All right. So let's look at uh, active recall. Let's look at the first one in this, study smart technique. Active recall. Instead of just rereading, test yourself. Close your book and try to explain what you just read in your own words. All right? Active recall. Why does this work? The reason is because the memory strengthens when you practice pulling information out of it, not just when you put information into it. All right. The memory, strengthens. Just like when you are doing exercise, your muscle becomes strong. That's the same thing too. When you are trying to pull information out of your memory is exercised. All right. Then the second strategy is spaced repetition. Spaced repetition. Okay. Now, smart students use this technique. All right. Spaced repetition. That means instead of cramming all at once, you revise a topic today, again tomorrow, you revise it, then 3 days later, you revise that same topic. And then a week later, you revise that topic. Do you understand that? Spaced repetition. When you are doing that, you are actually telling your brain, this thing is important. That's actually what you're telling your brain. That's what you're telling. And your brain is going to make sure that it stores it and, keeps it. All right. Now, this person, all right, tells your brain, look, make sure you don't forget this thing. Do you understand? Just like you're telling somebody, make sure you don't forget this thing. That's what spaced repetition does to your brain. All right. Now, the next strategy is chunking and summarization. Chunking and summarization. Okay. Chunking is actually breaking big information into smaller chunks. You have a lot to read and then you break them into chunks, small chunks. Okay. Now, for example, instead of reading like 10 definitions at a time, you group them into 2 or 3 categories. Okay. You group them into 2 or 3 categories. Every concept has its definition. Every theory has its definition. The important thing is you understand these definitions. Now, let's say in a particular course, for instance, you came across 10 concepts or 15 concepts, and then you want to now memorize 10 of them at a time. It's not going to work. It's going to be overload. So group them into 2 or 3 categories. All right. And then learn them in as such. Is that okay? Also, use summarization. Use summarization. Now, in summarization, you create 1 page, notes, flowcharts, or mind maps. All right. If you don't know about mind maps, how to create my mind map, ask ChatGPT. Teach me how to create mind map. All right. And it will do that. Teach me how to create flow charts. And it will teach you. Then you not pick up a particular course and then use that particular course from the beginning of the course outline, or maybe a particular topic. You take a particular topic and then you create a flow chart on that topic, or you create a mind map on that topic. It will just stick. That's summarization. All right. That flow chart will just summarize the entire topic for you. That mind chart will summarize the entire topic for you. All right. Now, the idea behind it is that the brain likes visuals. Just like all of us, we like things that we see. Okay. And if your brain can visualize it, recalling it is going to be very easy for your brain. All right. The other method is teaching others, teaching other people. Now, this will intrigue you. You say, I don't know enough. How can I start teaching somebody? No. Teach the little you know. If you have learned one thing, go and teach that thing to somebody else. You will never forget it. You will never forget it. If you have learned one thing, one small thing, go and get another student and teach that student that thing. It will even make you to want to learn more so that you can teach more. The more you practice it, the more you do that, the more you retain it. All right. Now, it is one of the most important strategies you can use. All right. Teach people what you have learned. If you can explain a concept simply to a friend or even to yourself, then it means that you understand it. It means you understand it. All right. So it is called the Feynman technique. That's what it is called, the Feynman technique. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. That's the technique. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it. So the idea is, in the process of teaching other people, you learn how to explain it simply in your own words, in your own understanding. In fact, lecturers love it when you explain what they have taught you in your own words, rather than, regurgitating what they gave to you as a note. You understand? So it's important. It's important. Okay. Now let's look at this example. All right. About a student of mass communication. All right. Now, this can apply to any other course: sociology, economics, physics, engineering, or any other. But this same example can apply to any particular course. All right. But I want to use this example from mass communication. All right. A student by name John. Okay. Now, this student needed to study agenda setting theory. Okay, agenda setting theory. Now, instead of just reading the definition that is in the textbook, she wrote it in her own words. Of course, she had read it in the book. She has read the definition that her lecturer gave her. But instead of repeating exactly what her lecturer, gave her, she now wrote it in her own words, in her own understanding. She just wrote it down. All right. Now, then she now connected it to NSAS protests. All right. The media coverage of NSAS protests in Nigeria. All right. It can be another protest in any place. Maybe the Arab Spring or the immigration anti-immigration riots in United Kingdom. Now, so she connected this particular topic or theory to that protest, all right, how the media covered it. And then she now went and explained it to, he now went and explained it to two of his roommates, all right, in just 2 minutes. Okay. Then on exam day, what happens? She remembered everything, particularly that experience of he teaching this thing to his fellow students. So that's the power of studying smart. All right. So before I leave you, I want to give you this quick exercise. All right. Take a topic you have been struggling with, just one topic you have been struggling with. It may be uh, you're in sociology, you're in economics, or you're in mass communication, or you're in finance, or you're in engineering, or whatever. Just take a topic that you are struggling with, okay? Now, write the key points in your own words. Read through your notes, read through your textbooks, and then write out the key points in your own words. All right? Summarize it in half a page. Okay? Then teach it to a friend, or if you can't get anybody, go to the mirror and then teach yourself. Teach it to yourself. Look at the mirror and then teach yourself. Is that okay? Now, you will notice how clearer this becomes. I used to do this in my undergraduate days. I'll take, a foolscap sheet. I will fold it. In fact, I will, Professor um, Professor Adeyanju, taught me this. Professor Shola Adeyanju taught me this. How? Because he was a first class student, when I was in 100 level, 200 level. So I went to him and he taught me this. Summarize it. I will take a foolscap sheet and then I will summarize a topic in that. I'll fold the foolscap sheet into something like this, and then I'll summarize uh, the notes or the textbook or the topic. I'll just summarize it, fold it, and put it, in my pocket. If I'm sitting down, I just pick it up, I'll read. Then if I meet students, my fellow students, I'll teach them. Is that okay? It works. It works. So as we close, remember, smart study beats long study. Smart study beats long study. Don't just pile up hours. Use strategies that stick, okay? Use strategies that stick. Use active recall, spaced repetition, chunking, and teaching others. That's it. Tell yourself, I will study smart, I will remember well, and I will succeed. Just tell yourself that. In the next video, we will dive into memory mastery and retention techniques that will help you never to forget again. Is that okay? That's what I'll be doing in the next video. Now, but before you leave, please subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification button, like the video, and then share it with other people that you know that this will really benefit. Thank you for your attention.